right, who's up first? Let's see. Oh, we've got two Tammys. Two Tammys in one day. Interesting. All right, let's get this one first. Let's see, Tammy's HomePod, no power. Okay. Wow, that is, I don't think there's a more perfectly fitting box for these HomePods than that. Did I open that upside down? No, that's just a really well-fitting box. Still hurts to do a lot of stuff at it, like so much as like unplugging the power cables from these because I gotta hold it to my body. Still got a bunch of glitter on there from that one glitter bomb of a HomePod that we took apart. Okay. Yeah, it's been a few days since we've streamed, huh? No, I've been super busy with work, and the kid and a whole bunch of other stuff. Just needed some rest. So needed a few days to take it slow and catch up, especially after the 20 or so that we had to work through in the matter of a few days. That was insane. Okay, so no power, 6 watts of draw, the usual it looks like. Let's get this taken apart and fixed. Oh man. Starting to feel a little better here and there. Awesome. beautiful.
I'm having trouble connecting.
Couldn't ask for much more. Up next, a different Tammy. Let's pull up their email and see what theirs is doing. This one would be a Tammy with 2 M's. So there you go. But they've also got no power, so. I'm struggling. Ah. Let's see what this Tammy's got. Looks like the exact same dealio. Let's go. Try not to slice our hand open again. That is so strange. There's already... There's like marks under it. Like somebody has already been under it, like tried to take this off. I'm gonna have to ask them about that. I mean, it doesn't feel like anybody got any farther than that. But oh yeah, no, somebody definitely tried opening this at one point. Because that is not us. And maybe they said something in their email to us and I just don't remember. But in any case, I'm curious if they even noticed or knew. Okay, moving on. Nothing gets past me. I had somebody send in a pre-production validation unit, like an engineering sample, like really early model HomePod. It had a hole in the bottom of it, and the amplifier board was just loaded with so much more than the amplifier boards normally are. And the guy that sent it to me, when I brought it up with him, I was like, this thing is like completely different than any other HomePod that we've had in. What's the deal? I know it's not the same as the others. And also, can I buy it? And unfortunately, he didn't let me keep it. But he did admit that he had sent an engineering sample to me for repair, and he didn't think that I would notice. I don't know. You can't slip them past me. Yeah, those are bad filters. If only Apple gave us a way to test this stuff without having to put it together, take it apart, put it together, take it apart. We can just plug something in and push a button and see. Oh, filter's good, filter's bad. Especially if you're going to design it in such a way that you have to replace them every so often. It's like having a dipstick for the oil on your car with the odometer so you can keep track of the mileage and the level. Easy as that. You don't gotta start the car and freaking... So there's a few people in the UK, or in the EU at least, somewhere around there. Go to my website, the mail-in address. There's a few people that are much closer than I am. I think shipping was, gosh, like 60 to 80 bucks. It was not fun for the ones that I did end up doing. But there's a few good people over there fixing them. Yeah, shipping costs literally more than the actual repair in a lot of cases for international stuff. So stupid. But I get it. Like, I sure as hell can't get a HomePod from here to there for less than 60 bucks, so... Love it. What an amazing save. I'm glad that was off camera. Those look good. Look at that. Look, just appreciate how good those look. Okay. Let's get this back together. Filters are my least favorite thing to do because you can't tell if it needs them or not until you get the HomePod working. And it's this back and forth. Put it together, turn it on, see if it works. If it doesn't, you got to take it back apart. And I've got spare parts to test all of it externally, but more often than not, the filters are just fine. So it saves us a bit of time if we test it halfway put back together. Then we're already halfway back done. Easy peasy. It far outweighs the time it takes to grab my test supply, my test board, my test cable, and put that all together, test it, take it back apart, put it back in here if it all works fine. And it's a lot easier for people to see exactly how I'm testing the repairs, doing it this way instead of, you know, we could do it like this. And then plug in our logic board there, but nobody would know what the hell we're doing. We used to do that. But then we came up with a much easier way. Nice. All right. Drawstring thought I could make the best out of me. I must have Siri disabled. Fair enough. Well, Tammy number 2 is fixed up. Let's look at Angel's HomePod here. What is wrong with Angel's HomePod? It's got no power. Looks like the same as the other 2 that we just fixed. Let's take it apart and find out. Smells good to me. What's the liquid you drip into the HomePod to free up the glue? That is 99% isopropyl alcohol, my friend. That is the magic trick that makes it so easy for us to rip that basket that's glued down right off. And as an added bonus, it usually lets you peel the old stuff right off. Nice and clean. And for the love of God, don't glue the thing back together when you're putting it back together, folks. You do not need to use the glue. They did away with the glue in the 2nd gen. Only reason it serves is to keep people from opening it back up. If it was supposed to serve a functional purpose like sealing the speaker, then A, they should do a more consistent and quality application of it to actually make it work, because more often than not, I see that the glue is not around the full ring. And B, there is a gasket, a rubber gasket right here. It goes all the way around. Effectively, the whole speaker is sealed before any of that air would even see that top basket and where that glue's at. So, but they designed it well enough that there's you can't definitively and factually say with evidence that they glued the thing together to keep people from taking them apart. They've got enough doubt in the design there to give you enough reason to believe that it could have been for, secondary sealing or keep things from rattling, or fact of the matter is, it makes no difference. And yeah, they went away with the glue on the 2nd gen HomePod, but they weren't gonna give it to you guys that easy. They had to go and make the drawstrings way too short, so you're far too likely to have them slip through, and then you gotta spend 20 to 30 minutes stuffing the mesh back into the base. That's good times. Not that it's even worth it. The 2nd gen, in my opinion, and apparently a lot of other people's opinions, it just doesn't sound as good. Maybe a little cleaner mids and highs, but definitely not as powerful in the sub, mid, and low end range. On the flip side, it does have the newer hardware that's going to support or get software updates for longer, and it's got the humidity sensor and the temperature sensor. So, yeah, I'm not replacing any of my 1st gens, and I'm not going to be buying any 2nd gens. I'll just buy more 1st gens. But I primarily use them as AirPlay 2 speakers. Occasional Siri requests, but Another one that needs filters. Good grief. I'm getting sick of this. This stupid filter crap. Here we go again. Another one. Apple just can't make an amp to save their lives, can they? Spinning light, oh no. Well, maybe one day we'll find a fix for the ones with software issues, and you'll be able to see if that one's just one of the ones that needs a good old software restore. But we may never know. I really hate these filters. I do. I really hate these filters. Oh.
Sorry.
My wife just brought in another HomePod that I forgot about. Perfect. All right. We've now got William here. And they've got the flashing volume buttons of death. All right. Yep, that's the blinkies, all right. So we unfortunately haven't made any progress on the software fix for these, if it's even possible. We haven't even determined that yet. If it's even the software, we haven't determined that yet. So we are still stuck with replacing these logic boards entirely with another one that does that still works. Hey, Will made it. Will made it. Welcome, welcome. Alright, let's just mark this logic board so we don't get them mixed up. And here we've got a good logic board. So before we just slap this thing back together with a good logic board and call it a day, we do want to take this apart a little further just to peek at the insides, make sure there's nothing else that is waiting to cause issues inside there that we know about. Oh, it's a super chat. Thank you so much, Will. I would be dancing like that guy right now if I was physically able to. I'll have my kid do it for me. Okay, there we go. That one's putting up a fight. just a little bit further. One, two, three. Subwoofer smells good still. No concerns there. Schottky diode of 1746K, so this does need to get taken apart and worked on some more, unfortunately. That's the part that we've been replacing this entire stream here for the no power issues, so we're gonna go ahead and replace that. We don't want to charge William here buku bucks to replace a logic board and send it back to him and have him dealing with the more common no power issue in a matter of days, weeks, or months from now. We know that particular diode's going to fail, so we're going to get it replaced. But I also want to see, while we have it apart, if it also needs new filters too. We've got a list of things that we check inside of here. And it also gives us a good chance to make sure that this logic board is indeed working, and it'll work fine with their HomePod. Yes, indeed. Okay, so we've got
having trouble connecting to
so we've got a great offset. We just need to take care of that stupid little diode. So let's get to it. We are not getting any breaks on this stream today, are we? All of the other no power HomePods needed filters on top of it, and then this one wants a diode too. Some days we can get through 10 to 15 HomePods and they only need what they were sent in for and what we expected, nothing more, and it's just smooth sailing. And then other days it's just non-stop. Fix the thing and we find something else that needs to get fixed too. But that's just business. That's just how it goes. It's like the days that you drive into the office and you hit all green lights, and then the days that you run into the office and you hit all red lights. Except in this case, somebody intentionally put that red light there that doesn't do anything. Why did somebody put this light here? It's probably what the lady that hit me was thinking when she hit me. Why is there a light here? Come on up, buddy. Okay. And up close. There it is. We got 46K right there. So let's get that taken care of before it becomes a problem. Come on. Okay. What the? Wow, they did an awful job lining those speakers up. Absolutely disgusting job, Apple. What is wrong with you guys? There we go. Really, look at this. It's insane. These two and this one are perfectly lined up, and every single other one is just so far off. It's concerning. What was in their water that day? Probably the same stuff that was in Diodes Incorporated's water during week 46 and week 48 of 2017. Yeah, this one's gonna put up a fight. Yep, it's fighting. It's fighting. I'm gonna glue it. I swear to God, I'm gonna just use glue instead. I know I said don't glue these things together, but I'm gonna I swear. it'll work. All right, there goes our last logic board that we've got on hand right now. I gotta try to find more. Goodbye, buddy. The pickings are getting slim, and people are asking as much for broken HomePods as people are asking for working ones these days. And of course, it makes no sense to take apart a perfectly working HomePod for parts. I think that's it for screws today. We still got a few more things to fix, but I think that's it for screws. Oh, that hurts. Okay. Of course, this is gonna need to be factory reset, so that way they can set it up. But we've got time to reset it, set it up on our home, get it all up to date before they swing by and pick it back up. So
I'm having trouble connecting to you. I'm having trouble connecting.
Excellent. Oh, dang, I forgot to put Will's name up on the screen too. I was so excited to fix it. Well, that was Will's HomePod with the oh-so-common blinking volume buttons issue. Thanks for joining us, Will. Feel free to stick around. We got some more stuff to fix here. We've got a couple of boards. Let's see what we're dealing with. Alright, so they've got a couple of things going on here. Oh boy, that's a lot. What do we got going on here? Loud pop and reboots after playing music for a while. Let's see. Broken side. Oh yeah, this is the one with, I think they've got, they found some shorts on this one. This one boot loops. Alright, that's the inventory. So what they said was they've got one logic board with a short, dead logic board, and a dead amp. Let's see. So we've got 2 shorted logic boards, 1 boot looping logic board. And 2 amp boards. After playing music for a while, the other one with no label is unusable. Tried to replace the die. Well, they did a pretty good job. Nothing appears to be missing. Oh, those... What the heck? That does not look like something they did, though. What's wrong with this picture? Do you see it? I'll give you a hint. On today's episode of Didn't Know They Could Manufacture Something That Messed Up. And those are original, I can tell. This is not something that Mikey did. I mean, technically, it works fine. There's no real problem with that, but it's just... Okay, enough oogling over that. So this one, they say, is unusable. This one loud pops and reboots. This one boot loops. This one's got a short. This one's got a short. Folks, that is frankly all the time and energy that I've got to work on here today. I think we're gonna call it wraps here, and we will pick up on the next live stream working on all of Mikey's stuff here. We've got a whole stream in and of itself between all these boards. So I hope you all enjoyed this live stream repair. Subscribe if you want to catch more of this stuff, and see you later. Goodbye and all that.